කායේන වාචා කියන. කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්ඡං කම්මේ මන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤා පතාග කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්ඡං කම්මේ ධම්ම සංදිට්ඨික අකාලි කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්ඡං කම්මේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්නානුත්තර ධම්මේ පුඤ්ඤං ආසවක්ඛයවං හෝතු සබ්බ දුක්ඛාපමුච්ඡතු ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝතු යාවේන ඥානපත්ත්‍ය සාධිකයන්ගේ සමන්ත චක්කවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සදාමනේවදස්ස සුනන්තු සකලපදං ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු නහබිතක නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතු
Would this be better in front of the speaker?
Shall I put it in front of the speaker, Bhikkuni?
Speaker is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put the phone in front of the speaker.
Then we don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the volume is coming out really well.
Like this.
Just put it in the phone. Next to the speaker.
Samanta චක්කවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සද්දම්ම මුනි රාජස්ස සුනන්තු සග්ග මොක්ඛදං ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා ධම්මස්සවන කාලෝ අයං බදන්තා පංචමාව ජිනේනාතෝ පතුං සම්බෝධි බුත්තමං චතු සච්ඡං ප්‍රකාශේසි මාවීරා නමමං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සබ්බේ මාරා පලායන්තු. So my friends in the Dhamma, it is such a pleasure for me to speak to you, and I thank you more sincerely for being here today. So I thought I will refer to an unethical thing because most people don't believe in Mara. But in the in the Mangala Sutra, the first verse is about Mara. Bahung sasa mabini mitasa giri mekala udita kora sasena marang dana di dhamma vidina jitava monindo tante jasa bhavatute jaya mangalan. I try to get you the meaning as fast as possible. The meaning of this verse in the Mangala Sutra. Bahu sahas. Bahu kya hai atpal. These hands and feet, arms. Sahasra means 1,000. Abhinimita means nirmane kargata. That is, he created, this Mara created 1,000 arms. Abhinimita. Sayudantang, Ahuda Sahita. In every arm, he carried a weapon. Bahung sahasam abhinimita sayudant. Giri mekala udita ghora. Ghora giri mekala. Giri means he's like a parvatya. Black, huge elephant. Now he's riding this elephant, this Mara Devaputra, and coming in front of the Buddha at midnight, just before the Buddha is taken the vow not to get up from the Bodhi under the Bodhi tree and it become enlightened. Now he came chasing with Sasena Marang, Sena Saita Marya. That is to say, he came with his retinue of all his forces and making a huge noise. Then the Devas itself were surrounding the Buddha, which moment he become enlightened. But the Devas fled when they saw this sight. They were so frightened. And then the Buddha was alone under the Bodhi tree and this Mara surrounded him. And he said, "Get up and go. This whole earth belongs to me." Then the Buddha didn't get up. Then he was so angry, he rained stones. That became a canopy on top of over his head. Nothing touched the Buddha. Then he rained huge storms and fire and many, many things to make him frightened so he'll get up and go away. Nothing touched the Buddha. It became a canopy. Then he threw all his arms, 1,000 arms he threw at the Buddha. That also rested on. Then he was so angry. He said, "I have come to chase you away. You get up and go. This whole earth belongs to me." Then the Buddha has no evidence. His retinue in one voice said, "Yes, the earth belongs to Mara, not to you." Then Buddha looked around, nobody to give evidence on his side. Then he stretched his palm onto the earth and said, "This earth is witness to the parami I have fulfilled over 4 years of kalpas." And he said, every time I gave dana, this earth shook. Because it was such a tremendous power I have created. This earth must come and give evidence now. Because only the earth knows the kind of dana I have given. Then it seems the earth split. And this Manimekala, she is the goddess of the earth, came up with a big bowl and something, Kalaya Karangal, and then said, I have witnessed the earth shook all the time. This place belongs to the Buddha. So the Mara was defeated. That is the story behind this Gatha. Then they said, Giri Mekalang Udita Gora Sasena Mara, Sena Saita Maria. Danadi Dhamma Vidina. The Buddha thought about the dana that he had given in Vesantara and all these jatakas. And he said, this earth knows. Danadi Dhamma Vidina Jitava Munindo, and the Buddha became Jita. He won the Mara. So this Mara is something that we must think about, that we have to defeat the Mara. This is only one kind of Mara. Pancha Mara Jine Natu. Pancha Mara. There are 5 Maras. Jine Natu. It is the Buddha who won the 5 Maras. Pattun Sambodhi Muttamang, and became enlightened. Sambodhi. Chatu Satyam Prakasiti. Chaturanga Satya, that is the Four Noble Truths. Prakasiti, Prakasakala. He preached, he proclaimed the Four Noble Truths to the world. Mahavira Namama, and therefore I worship that Mahavira, that great personality. So it is a Buddhanusati also, because you are asseverating the quality, the goodness of the Buddha and saying, Etena Satya Vajjena, by that truth, Sabbe Mara Palayantu. So now we are invoking the blessings of the Buddha and say, may all Maras Palayantu go away. We are going to win the 5 Maras. Now you will want to know who are the 5 Maras. Come here, if you bring a chair and come here. Now who are the 5 Maras? Klesa Mara. This is the biggest Mara we have. The Devaputra Mara is, by the way, is one of the 5 Maras. Klesa Mara is our own mental defilement. So we have to be careful of that Mara that can raise its head any time. Klesa means defilement, like anger, hatred, greed, fear, doubt, pride, conceit. All of these are hidden Mara underground. They can come up at any time. So if we are not careful, we will be overcome by that Klesa Mara. So we have to defeat that. No Klesa Mara coming to take charge of me. I have to defeat the Klesa Mara. Then Muttu Mara is death. That is, you have to die, that you can't help. Devaputra Mara is this Devaputra who is supposed to be living in the Tvasavatti Deva Loka. Then Abhisanskara Mara. That is we not only create bad Mara within us, we are also victims to Mara of the others who bring it on us. That is Vipaka and this is karma. Karma in the making is we are manufacturing karma, making karma for ourselves, and also we are at the receiving end of other peoples who are also projecting their karma on us. So because we live in a society surrounded by people, we are not alone in a jungle. We are at the mercy of this society. And at the moment, the society is very corrupt. So you have to expect that society to be attacking you all the time. So you have that Mara also is one Mara. Your own Mara that responds to that is also another Mara, Panchamara. So your own anger and hatred, your pride and fear and doubt, they also raise up. That is your problem. So now we have so many Maras to account for. You see that? So the society is bringing my own ඒකට කියන්නේ මුත්තු මාර, අபிසංස්කාර මාර, ක්ලේශ මාර, then Mara Mara, then there's another one. I don't know, it is Pancha, five aggregates, they are also Mara. So we have to know our enemies and we have to know our defenses. If not, you will get beaten up by the Maras. Even the Buddha couldn't resist. He could get rid of all the other Maras. But this Devaputra Mara is the one who came. So that is why in the Dhamma Mangala Sutra they say, all of you say it once more, I want to get the meaning. What is the beginning? Baunsa samabini mita sayudanta Girimekalang udita gora sasena marang Danadi dhamma vidina jitava munino Dante jasa bhavatute jaya mangalani. So by that asseveration of truth, may you be well. That's the meaning of that. And the Panchamara Jine Nato also means the same thing. Panchamara, the five Maras, Jine, one, Nato, this Buddha. Patun Sambodhi Muttamang, and finally he became enlightened. Tatu Satcham Prakasisi. And the Buddha proclaimed the Four Noble Truths. Tatu Satcha, Chaturari Satya. Sabbe Mara Palayant. Etena Satya Vajjena. By that truth, Satya Vachane. May all Mara Palayant. So these are two verses for you to recite day and night whenever you get into difficulties with the world or within yourself. Because you have to guard against your own defilement and you have to guard against other people's defilement. Their prides and conceits, their greed and hatred, they project on us all the time. It happens in the house with your husband, wife, servants, children. It happens with everybody. So I have a very good experience because I practice it in my ashram. Because there are many people in the ashram. And if I am not careful, I will be victimized by their pressures. If I am not careful, my own defilement will come. Until you are arahant, there is a possibility that these your own defilements can come. Even if you are sotapatti, even you are sakadagami, anagami, still there are lurking defilements in the mind, not completely okay. If we admit that, then we know that we are also responsible for the kind of life that we are leading. Because we are also putting our 2 cents worth into the picture. They are also putting and they are confusing us. So I thought when you practice Dhamma, you become very much alone. It happened to me all the time when I was in the university. Every off period I used to go to the third floor and read the books, Dhamma books. Then my friends, the colleagues, they are in the staff room speaking all the rubbish. Then they are angry with me. And they told me, Upasakamma. So for 20 years this went on. Finally they came to understand that I have achieved so much. I did so many degrees. Whereas they were doing just nothing and wasting their time. And they have got into difficulties with their mother-in-law and their children and something. And every time they come to me for the solution. So finally I became a very popular person. So don't worry, even if they call you Upasakamma or whatever. Don't worry about what people call you. You know exactly how good you are and you know how bad you are. So opinions don't count. So that is just a preliminary introduction for you, because when you are practicing, you become a social discard like, because you can't have that kind of company all the time. But you are stronger than them. They are very weak. So finally it will be you will win the race. So don't worry about it. Now I am trying to speak to you today about a very important thing that the Buddha spoke to the world. The Buddha has given the biggest challenge to the world when he proclaimed that the entire world is sunya, is a void. Can you understand that? Sunyato loke avekkasu. Look at the world as a void. There is nothing. Moga Raja Sada Sato. Be always mindful. Don't believe that there is a world. Attanu ditting uhacha. Take away that thorn you have pricked in your heart. Atta, me, I and mine. It is a thorn that has pricked your heart. So long as you believe in me, I and mine, you will be in trouble. It is me, I and mine that you want to safeguard. And if you have to safeguard that, you have to give a straight fight to the world. Because this is a world with no ownership of any description. That is what the Buddha said. Nobody can understand that. Only those that have gone 1 or 2 Maggapalas can understand the truth of that. Otherwise, the ordinary uninstructed layperson cannot understand what the meaning is. We believe we have things and we believe we are the owners, and therefore we have the rights and the privileges. අත්ත කියන්නේ මම මගේ කියන එකට. So we believe in me, I and mine, my children, my house, my car, my body. But the Buddha gave this terrific challenge. He said, there is no such thing. Can you ever agree to this? The entire world is challenged. The world of Devas and Maras and all living beings who believe in their sensory apparatus. They believe because I can see, I can hear, I can smell, I can taste, I can touch. I know there is a world outside there. It is only a sensory understanding. If there are no senses, You cannot find a world outside. Now the Buddha speaks of another thing I want to tell you. The Buddha speaks about deities coming. The Buddha is speaking about the world. I forget the Gatha, I will try to tell you later. The Gatha is the Buddha says there is no world outside as such apart from the six senses. If you are blind, the world of sight is gone. If you are deaf, world of sound is gone. If you cannot smell, world of smell is gone. If you cannot taste, the world of taste is gone. If you cannot touch the bodily touch, then your world of touch is gone. So in the night, and if you cannot remember, the world of memory is gone as far as the past and the future. Memory also depends on making up your world. So when you are fast asleep in the night, there is no world. Why? No world outside, no sound, no smell, no taste. You are fast asleep. You even don't know who you are. As soon as you get up in the morning, the world of sight, world of sound, world of smell, taste, bodily touch. As I told you before also, this world arises in the mind. If they are unconscious, there is no world. This is the challenge that the Buddha gave. They make you unconscious and they cut you up and operate on you, you don't know. After a few hours, when consciousness returns, you know you are stitched up and cut up and all that. There is no world you can't see. Once you are under anesthesia, you can't hear, you can't smell, you can't taste, you can't touch, you are dead. Now I must ask you, your world arises because of the senses or because of you? This is something you have to understand. If you have no senses, there is no world. So now, I want to ask you, the day we discussed how, now I remember the Gatha, I will tell you. Imasmin vyama mattake kalebare lokassa panyapemi. Loka samudayassa panyapemi. Loka nirodhassa panyapemi. Loka nirodha gamini patipadancha panyapemi. Now I tell you the meaning of that. Imasmin vyama mattake kalebare. Vyama means your span, Bambayak. When you stretch your arms, you get a length from one end to the other. That is the same as from your head to foot. So this is Bambayak Pamana, Kalebare is the body. In this fathom long body, you must bring Vyama Mattake, me Bambayak Pamana, Kalebare, this body. Lokasa Panyapemi, I proclaim the world. The world is within your fathom long body. Loka Samudayasa Panyapemi, I proclaim the rising of the world also in this fathom long body. Loka Nirodhasa Panyapemi, the world disappears or also in this Vadam long. It arises in the body, it disappears also. Nirodha, Niruddha. Niruddha is to disappear. Loka Nirodha Gamini Patipadanta Panyapi. I proclaim that the way out of this world is also within your fathom long body. Now, isn't that a big challenge to the world? Naturally, the Buddha thought, how can you ever express in ordinary words for people to understand this deep philosophy that the world arises in the mind, it disappears in the mind. The world, the way it out of this world is also in the mind. The world is in the mind, not out there. How can you reconcile to this? So, we are trying to very simply understand what this all means. Now can we understand a bit of it? That the world arises in the mind and not the world out there? I will take one example. I want to make it very clear to you. What you see is only the color and shape. This eye cannot see anything more than that. Just like the camera, the eye can see only the color and shape. That is the information that the retina will take along the optic nerve to the brain for processing color and shape, color and shape. Now I see you, I even don't know what is in your pocket. I only know your color and shape. I don't know your internal organs. I have no idea at all. I don't know your mind. But I say, I know Sohani. She came also, and I came to her house. I went in her car. I know Sohani. What do I know of Sohani? I know only the color and shape. That's the information that the eye can get. So ear also can get sound. When she speaks, I can get the sound. So from the sound also, I have an idea. This is Sohani. I know her voice. I know her speech. Then there are several 5 senses. The smell may be beautiful house with the alugur and everything. So I know this is Swani's house because there is a smell around here also. This is the only way we can recognize the world. Either you have to see it, or you have to hear it, or you have to smell it, or maybe she gives me a nice drink and then the taste of it. So all these things give me an impression of Swani and a house. So I get to know as much as these faculties are able to tell me. And then I know the touch also. I can touch her. And she is, because the touch sensations are all over the body. The nervous system has all its peripheral nerves and then the central nervous system and the brain all connected so that the slightest touch, even a mosquito, I can get it. So now how many senses are working all day? Chakku Vijnana Kiyanamati. Chakku Vijnana, the eye consciousness. Sota Vijnana, ear consciousness. Gana Vijnana, nose consciousness. Jiva Vijnana, tongue consciousness. And Kaya Vijnana, body consciousness. And Mano Vijnana, memory of the past and the present and the future. All these things are working. And there's a tremendous workforce going on, giving us this fractional information. Do I get 100% true information? I get only sounds. And that also if I know the language. If Swani is speaking some Greek or some other language, then I only hear sounds. If she's speaking English or Sinhala, then I know I know what she's saying. Otherwise, I don't get it. So you have to understand that this sensory system is limited in its scope. Limited. That's why we need to see better. So much technology, all the microscopes and telescopes. That's why we need so much technology about telephones and all these electrical, all the new apparatus to see better, to hear better. So we can hear things from America also. Because the ordinary ear is thoroughly inadequate. ඔක තේරෙනව නේද? So we have to understand that at that time the Buddha couldn't refer to scientific jargon. This is 2,500 years ago. But the Buddha said, this body is dependent on the environment. We have to eat patavi. Patavi is whatever the earth produces, food, hardness. You have to get from the earth. You have to eat tons and tons of food. Apo, we have to drink tons, gallons and gallons of water, and also from the rivers or wells out there. We have not brought those things when we came. Then we have to have air, breathing, so much oxygen we have to take from the atmosphere. And then we have to take heat from the sun, then the sun's heat on the chlorophyll and carbohydrates, and then we get energy by eating that, and we produce our heat. Now I want to ask you a question. Normally, if you keep a cup of hot water here, in 1 hour it will cool off. No? Why is it that your body is not cooling off? Even if you bathe cold water, even if you put the fans and you put your AC, body doesn't cool off. It maintains 98.4 degree body temperature. Why? These are questions you have to ask. How is it? If it's anybody else, any water, it will cool off. Why? Because the body is manufacturing heat. Why? The oxygenation of carbohydrates are oxidized and heat is produced. It's a slow burning process. Like a slow fire, the body is producing heat. So if it is too much, then you put the AC. If it is not enough, then you put blankets and heaters to maintain the body temperature. And also the circulatory system, the blood system. Blood system is carrying blood to every single particle of this body. Everywhere you find blood. And the blood is carrying and circulating all the time and making the temperature even so that you don't have pockets of heat somewhere. So it is now all regularized. And how much work is going on in this body to maintain your temperature? You think my body, now am I doing it? This is the time, the philosophy of the Buddha you have to understand. Am I doing this or is it due to causes and conditions? Jnana, it must get into this. Yeah. Many, many millions of causes and conditions. Environmental causes, bodily causes, And this action of the heart and lungs and circulation and blood, they are working morning, noon and night, non-stop. That is how we are thinking it is my body. Now I want to ask you a question. Am I doing any of it, or is it due to causes and conditions? Once you are properly convinced, will you call it my body? You will call it because you want to use language. This is my drink, not your drink. That's okay to distinguish one from the other. But is it mine? This is where the ordinary person is confused. They take this to be mine. This house is mine. These children are mine. This body is mine. This eye is my eye, my ear. I have a earache in my ear. And that's the language that morning, noon and night we are using to consolidate this me, I and mine. So now we are thoroughly brainwashed because we believe this body is me and I and mine. Whereas none of it is me, I and mine. If the police is not there, will your car be safe? If the government and the legal system is there, will your house and your oppo and whatever it is, will it be safe? So is it your ownership or is it due to causes and conditions? Huh? If the government is not there and if there is no protection for you and there are no road rules, anybody can do anything. They can push you out, throw you by the neck and they can take charge of your house. It nearly happened to me also. So then, luckily, are you the owner or are you having so many things to safeguard your ownership, if not for which you have no ownership? If you had ownership, do you want all those things to confirm your ownership? If your husband is yours, must you write on a piece of paper, he's my husband, and register it and put it in some place, the registration? If the registration is lost or something, or you're tired of it, you scratch off and say, no husband. Now, isn't that only an arrangement or is it an absolute ownership? Huh? I want you to answer this question. Is it an absolute ownership or is it a temporary arrangement? Huh? Your car is also like that. You have to insure it and all kinds of things and register it, otherwise you have no car. You have no BMW. Isn't that? So, because we have no intrinsic ownership, the entire legal system has arisen. Then the legal system says, no, this is yours. Under such and such circumstances, this belongs to you. Under these circumstances, this does not belong to you. So our ownership, is it a made-up show or is it absolute ownership? This is what the Buddha said. How can the Buddha speak to a whole world that believes in ownership? My child, my house, my eye, my ear. Now when you understand that, you have to realize that we are in a pretty vulnerable situation. But we have to work because we are born, we have to eat, we have to work, we have to go, get up, morning, noon and night. We have to do the round. You can't say, I don't want to do it. You are born into this system and that means you have to go the round. Now if it is only this world, we don't mind. Once you die, there is another world waiting. Somewhere else, some other parents, some other country, some other, God knows who. That's how we came, isn't it? We didn't bring anything. We didn't know who our parents are. We merely came here, and luckily for us, they were good and noble parents. They took so much care. And then today we are like very human beings, and I have so much bank balance and so much things to call me I and mine. And now I have consolidated the position of me, I and mine. Now you can't take it out of your mind. The clock is turned like this, no? Now you have to unwind the clock. It takes time. You can't just tell them, mind, nothing belongs to you, no. It won't listen. It is so ingrained into every cell of your body. It's me, I am mine. So now how to get rid of that? That is where the defilements are working. Because the defilements are also promoting this me, I and mine. Me, I and mine. Pride, conceit, ego, selfishness, greed, hatred, ignorance. All these are defilements that also promote me, I and mine. If these defilements are not there, automatically there is no me, I and mine. That is what the Buddha understood. When he became Buddha, he found that there are no defilements, no klesha mara, that is one of the maras. And for him, there was no me, I and mine and ego. For him, everybody is the same. His son and anyone else is just the same. So he had no inner and the arahants, when they became Sotapatti, Sakadagami, Anagami, gradually they also started seeing the reality of existence. When they saw the reality of existence, will they be so hard and fighting, or will they just give up? They just give up, and understand that nothing belongs. So when you understand that, you have a big fight with the worldly reckoning and your personal observation. They are two different things. The world says me, I am mine. But my own absolute reality says those things don't belong. I didn't bring them to the world, I'm not taking them. Isn't it? And then finally you sit and am I looking after all the things that I'm leaving behind? Or am I looking after all the things I'm taking around? Laugh, isn't it? Isn't it a joke? Huh? What are you taking when you are dying? Kyan. Only the good karma or bad karma. Are you looking after what you are taking, or are you looking after what you are leaving behind? Your house and home, your children, your car, your everything. If you have to die, you merely just leave them. You don't take a pin. Once you understand, will your anger and hatred become more or less? It will become less, no? Will you go all out to kill everybody and get what you want, or will you just give up the fight? If it is yours, you keep it. He has a hard time to prove against the law. The law is there. So that's what it happened to me also. So once in a way, when you look at the world, the fighting world, for ownership, and when you just look up and say, it is yours. Okay. If it is yours, you keep it. Can he keep it? The mother-in-law will say, my son, If it is your son, you keep it. Can she keep it? What nonsense. That son has a different mind. He has different job. He has so many things, his family. He wants his family, he wants his car, he wants everything. How can that poor mother call him, my son is to be my son? He is not even in the country. They are all abroad. Now if the mother thinks, he's my son, does it work? It is only a fight, isn't it? Where is the ownership? I think these mothers have sacrificed so much for their children. And they think he is my son. Therefore, he has to be look after me or whatever. But it doesn't happen. He can't. Even if he wants, he can't. His family and his job and his other interests take up his time. He has no energy even to say hello to the mother. Now what happens? The poor mother is so frustrated with my son. My son is nowhere in the picture even. He is very much engrossed in his job and his family. And his house. And all his things. So you must understand the reality, the absolute reality. What is the absolute reality? Nothing belongs. When you know that, is it easy to give up or more difficult to give up? Easy to give up. When there is a fight and then you are arguing, is it easy to give up the argument? Yes, your point is right. Keep it. So now where is the fight? This is what you have to practice in daily living. If you know the Dhamma, you must allow them to win. So you win, I lose. So what? That's all right. You know very well he has no ownership. You know very well that he cannot get what he wants. So he is only fighting. So like that, it must be incorporated into your daily living. For that you have to constantly remind yourself, nothing belongs. Then you know how far to go, how far not to go. Huh? Then you know the final destination. If you know the final destination and if you know the road, then you can go. If you have that monitor or whatever is the huh? Huh?
The GPS.
Again.
The
Huh?
GPS.
Yeah, GPS or whatever it is. If you don't go the right way, if you even deviate 1/100th part of an inch, will you reach the destination? You have to keep, that's another thing I want to tell you today. It is called Ditti Iju Karma. The Ditti is the Drushti, is the view. When your view is not clear, then you take the wrong turn. You deviate from the path. Then you must know, I have gone the wrong way, come back to the path. So every time it's called Ditti Irju Karma. Irju. Irju means straight. When you are deviating, you must know. When you are angry, you must know, now I have deviated from the path. Give up your anger, get back to the path. Again and again. When you are proud, you must know, now I have deviated from the path. Give up the pride and get back to the path. Get back to the path. So all the time, these things happen in your mind. Who is going to tell you? Only you know your mind. Is there anyone to tell you now don't deviate from the path? Every time you have pride, that is the defilements coming. Then you must know what? I am deviating from the path. I am in the world. I am not on the Maggapala. Magga is the path. If you go the Magga only, you get into the Sotapatti Sakradagami. If you don't, you miss the Magga, you go somewhere else. Right? Now, who can straighten your path all the time? Who? Sorry, no one can do that for you. So every time you are angry, you have to realize, now I have deviated from the path. I am making a fool of myself. I am getting into this rubbish. So then you know how to give the ownership to other fellows. No, very well, they can't own it. So let them have it. This is a simple psychological understand.
It's like a switch.
Like
a switch, like you can...
A switch. Just put on the switch and switch off. Switch off and say, it's yours. You take it. Finish. Isn't it much better than having a fight over it? So we have to be careful, of course. If it doesn't work, then you have to take the world legal measures. It's okay you are taking legal measures. But you don't have to worry about it and hurt yourself. අර කවුද කියනනේ ආණ්ඩුව තියෙද්දි අතපුච්ච ගන්න එපා කියලා. So you take the appropriate action according to the law of the land. That's a different thing. If you can't manage, you have to go to the police station and do that. That's okay. But you are not going to take the law into the hands and punish that other person. Normally what happens? Normally? They have a straight fight, no? And trying to kill that other fellow. Can you? You get into worse trouble. Isn't that right? So, this is what happens in daily living. In daily living, you are a loser all the time. Learn to get loose, will you? What is not yours, what I'm giving up. No. So you learn to lose. When you learn to lose, what happens to your tanna? That insatiate tanna that can never be satisfied. Tanna, if you have one, then you want another, then you want another. So that tanna becomes less, weaker and weaker. That is the way to fight this issue. There is no other way. You must understand it is this tanna that is pushing you into trouble. So when you give up the fight, you give up big. The tanna becomes less and less, and that fellow gets into trouble. He takes it and he is in trouble. I have given up. Okay? So that is a small technique for you to use as far as such things are possible. When you have to tackle angry person, or you have to tackle your son, or your husband or wife, who is on the warpath and who wants to win. So give you the win. You win, I lose. Okay. Because it is a bad fight anyway. So in the daily living, you have to apply these things and give up your fight. And then you feel so much happier. If you can't give up the fight, then you have to repeat that gatha. All of you repeat it me, Panchamara dine nato Pattun sambodhi muttamang Chatu satcham pakasesi Mahavira namamang Etena satchavajjena Sabbe mara palayantu. So now you remind yourself, there is the Buddha who defeated all 5 maras. What is this for me? Let all the maras be defeated by the truth of that asseveration. So it is a strong verse for you to keep reminding yourself like a meditation. This is for protection. And also your metta bhavana. I suppose you remember the metta bhavana. Everywhere you go, you take it with you. You don't leave it and go. Mettaya bhikkave cheto vimuttiya. Asevitaya bhavitaya bauli kataya. Yani kataya vattu kataya. Anuttitaya parisitaya susamaradaya. So it is a practice that is important. Mettaya bhikkave cheto vimuktiya. Monks, this metta is a vimukti. What is vimukti? Freedom. Cheta vimuktiya. Freedom of the mind. Metta gives you freedom of the mind. Asevitaya. Associate it all the time. Bhavitaya. Practice it. Metta bhavana. Bhavitaya. Bahuli kataya. Bahu. Make it more. So while you are working, while you are in the house, do more metta. Whole time be in metta. If metta fails, then change to Mara's story. Change to the Mara and say the Mara get out. If metta fails, do the Maras and say get out. You remember, can't get it? Get it. So now we have two meditations. One is metta, one is getting rid of Mara. Mara means Panchamara. Panchamara means you control your own emotional response as well as you don't accept other people's stings and arrows. They give you stings and arrows that hurt you. But you shrug your shoulders and you don't accept it. Because that is the way you get rid of Mara. If you accept it, you are a victim to Mara. If you can understand that, put your hands up. There are two ways of getting rid of Mara. How? Not accepting other people's Mara and not creating your own Mara. This is karma, that is vipaka. What angers and what hurt feelings you get from the world is vipaka. So they are also putting their 2 cents worth on us. Huh? We are victims to that. We can't do anything. You are caught up in this family. You are caught up in your business. You can't run away. You are caught up in your body. All these days my body was giving Mara because I was having pain in the leg and I thought I'll have to be warded. But luckily I am here today. So then there was a sciatica pain going along the leg. Then I saw now 2-3 specialists. Today also I have to see. So when your own body is giving you pain and suffering, where to run? If the others are giving, you can give them a straight fight or run away. What to do? In old age, sickness, your own body is giving you all the pain. It's vipaka. It is vipaka. Vipaka can come through your own body or vipaka can come from the environment. From your servants, from your children, from your close associates, your colleagues in office, they also give you the sun. So now there are 2 klesha maras. One is what you create, your own anger and hatred, and your prides and jealousies. And other klesha mara is vipaka, what you get from the outside. Now you have to be careful of the maras. They can hurt you like mad. No? Outside people can hurt you like mad. So when people say all kinds of unnecessary, you shrug your shoulders and say, if it is right, then Why do you want to defend? You can't defend. You know what? You can never argue with them. They are so strong. Your argument doesn't work. Better to give up the fight. I told you about the animal, two animals who fought, no? Last time I think I told you about the Singha and the Ura, the pig. No, it's in the jungle. They had a contest. Who is the king of the forest? So the Singha, that's the lion, thought, what is that? The pig. I have to find a pig. So one jump and he'll be finished. So now everybody was waiting for the day. And a whole lot of the jungle people, they are all there waiting for the fight. Then Singha, the lion was waiting till he approached. Then he can see the pig coming. He is wallowing in all the shit and dirt and all that thing all over his body. Then at a distance he gets a bad smell. And the Singha says, you win. I can't fight you. So the Singha lost. So now this is a story for you to remember. When it is so dirty outside, there is no straight fight. So you have to give up. They are very unreasonable. If you go, you get into trouble. You can't fight at that level. Understand? That is what the Upasaka, the Buddhist will do. But that is not meant for the world. It is meant for the few of you who are interested in getting into Maggapala. Don't get too much involved at that level. You can't fight at that level. It's a no-win situation. So it's just like the Singha who gave up, you also have to pipe down. You win. What do you want? You take it. Finish. Fight is over. So like that, we have to train our mind. Not to live it the way the world is. World is the sammuti satya. What is sammuti? Sammuti? Convention. That is, sammuti is built up on the 6 sensory data. A whole sammuti, even the legal. If you go to the law, so they say eyewitness is taken as true. No? So that means what the eye can see is sammuti satya. Eyewitness is legal. Or the oppo is legal. But it is not. The absolute reality is that none of it is right. They are only partial truths. So then we have to see the distinction between sammuti and paramattha. This is sammuti satya, that is the worldly convention. Paramattha satya is the absolute reality of non-self. The void that is. The world what we call is outside is a void. If not for the sensory system, there is no world. If the sensory system is there, the world arises in the mind. If the sense, then it disappears also in the mind. It arises and disappears. Now my world has arisen here in your house. Moment I step out, that environment is my world. Then I go home, it's another environment. Then I go to my Olabodwa ashram, another environment. So the world is arising in the mind, then this environment disappears. And a new environment takes me. That also disappears. Then I go to another place, another environment makes my world. then that also disappears. Then I go to another place, that environment makes my world. The moment I go somewhere, it's another environment. So my world arises and passes away in the mind. ඒක තේරුණා අත උසන්. So the mind is the thing that makes our world, and the mind is the thing that disappears. How to say that? ඇතිවෙන්නේ සිතේ නැතිවෙන්නේ සිතේ. Huh? It vanishes also, right? So the Buddha said, in this Swadam long body, the world arises. In this Swadam long body, the world disappears. In this Swadam long body, the way out of this world is also found. Eightfold path is also mind and body. So mind and body is the eightfold path. Now can you enumerate the eightfold path? That's where we have to be careful about going. Sammaditthi, Kyanamati. Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. If you deviate from the path, you are not going into Maggapalam. Then you must come back again and again back to the path. So Sammaditthi is the right view. If you have the wrong view, what is the right view? What is the wrong view? Now I will ask you two questions. The world is arising due to causes and conditions. One view. Other view is, it is my world. Me, I and mine is the conventional world. That the world arises due to causes and conditions is the right view. If you say world arises due to me, I and mine, that is the wrong view. If you say the world arises due to causes and conditions, then that is the right view. That is the absolute truth. This is the conventional truth. So we can use it as far as such things are necessary in the world. We can't say no, because conventional world is where we live. You have to live in the convention. But at the same time, you have to know the absolute reality. This is my car, but I know it doesn't belong to me. This is my son, but I know he doesn't belong to me. This is my husband, but he doesn't belong to me. This is my wife, but she doesn't belong to me. This is my everything, but they don't belong. They belong because there is some system where the legal system is empowering, and that's because of that. But you can't say, you're my wife, you have to do what I tell you. Nothing. You can't say, you're my husband, then you better behave like my husband. It doesn't work. You can't say, you're my son, you have to do what I want you to do. You can't say, you're my servant, you have to work if you want, the way I want you to work. But if that person, it doesn't work. You see that? That's where metta, karuna, mudita, upeksha are better for life and living than this ownership, than me, I and mine. So we have to give up a little on the me, I and mine and do more metta. Ceto vimuktiya, then you find freedom of mind. Asevitaya, practice it all the time. Sevane karana. Maitri bhavana, sevane karana. Uddhang adocha tiriyancha, asambhadang averang asapattang, sabbe satta bhavantu sukhita. You keep on chanting that through the day. That is asevitaya, sevane karana. Bhavitaya, use it when the things are going out of control. You say, when the other person is very angry and very difficult, then you pipe down and say, you pipe down and say, Uddhanga docha. And then you win it. Allow him to have his say. And the whole situation just, what do you call it? It freezes out. So, bhavitaya, bahuli kataya, bahu. Say it many times, not once or twice, not 100 times, 1,000 times, million times. Every day until you fall asleep. And as soon as you get up, bahuli kataya, yani kataya, make it your vehicle. So you get into a metta vehicle and go. So when people hit you and blame you, you just walk in. It doesn't touch you. It boomerangs. Get into a metta vehicle. Huh? Don't get up without your metta. If you get up with angry, you will go and mess up somewhere. So have your metta very strong. If it is not strong, if it is weak, it doesn't work. So, yani kata, I mean, make it a vehicle for you to ride. Vastu kata, make it a gem. I have a gem. This is metta. I'm a rich person. I'm having gems. So I don't have to ask other people to do for this and that. I keep giving. Why? I'm a rich person. I can give metta. I can give metta. I can give metta. I don't have to ask somebody, please give me metta. No, I don't have to. I just give. When I give, it always comes back. So that is the art of giving. So what you give is metta, loving kindness in your thought, loving kindness in your speech, and loving kindness in your actions. Go out of the way to accommodate others and help others. Actually, you help yourself that way. So that's making use of metta for your daily living. Go out of the way to help somebody. Somebody wants something, give that. That is generosity. Don't say, I don't want to give you that. Oh, you want it, take it. So you have to practice that again and again. Of course, there are bad people in this world. You will say, then you will become a doormat. No, you never become a doormat. You become so strong. Because you have so many friends. You have been helping hundreds of people. Otherwise you will be alone. You have not helped one person. Nobody will come to your rescue. The divine people come to your rescue. Good and noble people come to your rescue. So actually you are the winner for giving. So giving in generous word, kind word, generous thought. I want to go out of the way to help them. Do a small gesture. That is important. If somebody is angry, just smile. That person will forget the anger. If you don't do that, then it will keep on fermenting. Or give for servants, I think the best thing is to give a gift. Then immediately they become fine. Give some money or give a small gift or something. You eat this, then immediately they change. It can happen to your husband and wife. When they are angry, you say, you eat this. I made a special dish for you. It's angry fish. You must know how to tackle daily life. Otherwise they become a problem. So they are kept in their places. that you have done all your duties to the best of your ability.
How does one
Good question time.
how do we stop the spiraling? Sometimes it without රසණයකින් වැඩි වෙනවා. Whatever the anger or whatever it is that.
Again, I don't understand what you're saying.
Now, giving metta, yes, while we practice that, still there are certain things that
Metta can't cope with.
yeah, it's not powerful enough.
Not powerful enough, definitely. Metta is for baby things, kindergarten stuff, metta. The Mara is a more important thing. What I told you today. When metta fails, then be silent and take the Mara, Pancha Mara, Jinenatu, Pattum Sambodhi Muttamai, Chatusattam Pakasisi, Mahavira Namama, Etana Satchavajjena, Sabbe Mara Palan. You are now repeating it in your mind, and that person thinks you are listening to him. See the trick? Now you shift your focus from that person who is annoying you, and you become silent, and all the time you are repeating this mantra. Huh? Now that person is satisfied, right? You have listened to him. That's the kind of thing you have to do in daily living. So when the children are out of control, you allow them to say all the things. You keep quiet and are repeating the mantra. Panchamarajine. Because otherwise your anger will also perpetuate the situation. Otherwise you will say and do things to get it out of, then it goes out of hand. Now what do? You shut up and wait. Easy, no? You shut up and wait, you just don't wait. But you are repeating the mantra. Panchamarajine Natu. This is meditation in daily living. Then Pattum Sambodhi Mittama, Chatusattam Pakasesi Mahaviranama, Eten Satchavajjena, Sabbe Mara Parayanti. Now he doesn't know you are having this mantra. He thinks you are listening to him and you are meek and mild and he thinks he has won. And he is quite satisfied, the problem is over. So when you come there, I'm happy you asked me this question. Sometimes metta doesn't work. Metta is for kindergarten level. This is for a more advanced level. That also may not work. Then there is the Pancha Upadana Skandha level. You have to go to the 5 aggregates and then the Yoniso Manasikara, and then for a long time you have to see the non-self nature. Nothing belongs. Anicca, things are arising, passing away. Now can you see how the world arises and passes away? Now do you see anicca? That is seeing anicca. Anicca is impermanence. World arises, passes away. So don't worry about the world. They'll pass away. Any world will arise and pass away for sure. Now do you see anicca? Yes. Do you see dukkha? That person's dukkha and your dukkha? That one who is confronting you and your dukkha, do you see? Now I want to ask you a question. Do you see your husband's dukkha or your dukkha? Do you see your wife's dukkha or your dukkha? Huh? You have to answer. My dukkha. Now we have to change. You better say his dukkha. He is a suffering man, that's why he is fighting. Leave him alone. Don't take the challenge. Let him fight. Okay? Huh? So we have to see the other person's dukkha. Now did you see, if you see the other person's dukkha and say that Panchamara, Jinyanatra, and you keep quiet, it amounts to your seeing other person's dukkha, no? You just leave him off. He's a suffering person, let him suffer a little. You don't respond. Finish. Okay? Then do you see anicca and dukkha? Did you see anicca? Yes, the world arises, passes away. Did you see dukkha? Yes, his dukkha as well as my dukkha. Okay? Did you see anatta?
Non-self.
Anatta, na atta, anatta.
Causes and conditions.
No, me, I and mine, nothing belongs. This is due to causes and conditions, not due to me. ඒ තුනම දකින්න ඕනේ.
I think the dukkha side told us she brought the wrong drink.
අයියෙන් කියන්න මට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ.
Artificial drink එක මෙයා ගෙනාවා වරදලා. මම හදලා ගෙනාපු කෙනෙක් වෙන්නේ පොඩි දුකක් ආවා we shared it. So it's
But this is nice now.
and we shared our dukkha, so it's nice now. It's
I get the smell of taste of guava.
Yes, correct.
that's okay.
Real fresh guava.
No, it's in a bottle, but I diluted it with fresh water. ඊට පස්සේ දෙන natural.
No, that is nice. Now I want to ask you, in daily living, you must keep on seeing these world arises, passes away. Don't worry about the world. Allow it to pass away. Can? You can see anicca? You, I'm sorry. Can you see dukkha? Yes, you see the other person's dukkha and just forget it. Let him say all what he has to say, you don't accept it. You are saying Panchamara, Jinenatha, Pattun, Sambodhi, Muttama, Tatrajampakarisi, Mahavira, Ramama. Because then metta doesn't work, then this works. Then if this also doesn't work, then you have to go to a quiet corner and do your Yoniso Manasikara and the 5 aggregates. So that is the way you can overcome Mara. If you overcome Mara, you are on the path. This Pancha Mara is the one who is preventing you from going on the path. Your own defilement, somebody else's defilement, death and sickness and all that. That's also Mara. Then Devaputra Mara, he also comes sometimes. His retinue is there. Devaputra Mara has a retinue, he also comes. Pancha Mara is like that. Uttu Mara is death itself. It's a Mara. So there are 5 kinds of Mara. We have to be careful about the defilements that arise in you.
Sorry, what is Devaputra Mara?
Devaputra Mara is supposed to be a living God who is against Buddha. He is so worldly, he doesn't want anyone to become enlightened and become Arahant. He stops those people, especially those good and noble people, he doesn't promote. He promotes all the sensual pleasure. Anger, hatred, fight. Then there are other fellows also. His retinue has many. All the fighting, all Mara. And he has a retinue. No? So Devaputra Mara is a living God who is against Dhamma. He wants sensual pleasure. He is the one. He is called Devaputra Mara. Vasavati is where his abode is called Vasavati.
When you're sick, that
When you are sick.
yes,
When you are sick, the doctor, no?
that's it. Okay.
When you're sick, the doctor,
Pains,
pain.
pains.
එතකොට නම් තියෙනවා වෙන pain. Next day I will try to talk to you about sati. Satipatthana. How to be mindful of pain. Then you have a meditation, you contemplate on pain. Several times I have done that. I think I must have told you before. I had a tooth extracted and a piece of the jawbone also broke up. It was pain in like anything. They said every 4 hours you have to take painkillers. Then I was thinking, what is this blessed thing? And after 4 hours, pain again arises. And again I have to take pain. I said, no, nothing doing. I am going to do Vedananupassana. Pain, pain, pain. So I was just concentrating, pain, pain, pain. Now I was concentrating in bed. I'm watching the pain like as if shooting with an arrow. You observe that particular pain. When you keep on observing, I think the blood circulation improves. That's what I feel. Somehow the pain disappears. And for a while, I used to fall asleep. Then about 1 hour or something, I have fallen asleep. Then I get up again, the pain. Then again I say pain, pain, pain. And again I do the meditation. That is Vedananupassana. Now none of those other things are working. Huh? You have to shout. Huh? You better repeat. Acknowledge the pain. Observe the pain. Observe the pain and confront the pain. This is a pain. Pain is anicca. Pain is not nicca. Vedana anicca. Rupang anicca. Vedana anicca. Sanya anicca. Sankara anicca. Vijnana anicca. Pain is impermanent. This anicca. Anicca means impermanent. Nitya means permanent. So you know very well this is anicca, it will pass away. And then you give it a chance, and then again you relax your mind so much, you fall asleep. Like that for about 2 weeks I was having the pain under control. I didn't take a single painkiller. At the end of it, it finished without any painkiller. But I didn't suffer with it also. You know why? If you don't have that meditation, then you are angry with the pain. So you are having two barbs. One is the pain and the other one is your mental attitude of anger. There are two things pricking you. Okay? Now, only the pain is pricking you. I'm not angry with the pain. I'm only observing the pain. I'm thinking it is a natural thing. It has to come and go. It has to come and go. And I relax with the pain. So that is another technique. There are so many techniques you can use. When it is a physical pain, you can overcome it like that. If it is a mental pain, then you have to go to the 5 Pancha Upadana Skandhas and get it out of your mind. I told you about that woman who, that story about the woman who took the salary and went. I didn't tell you. Can't remember. Once a little incident, you will remember these incidents. And one of the persons working for me at the ashram, I'm very much alone in the ashram because none of my friends or relations are there. So they take the upper hand. I'm old also now. Then one woman said, either you give me my salary or I go away. She wanted to go. Then I said, you have not stayed not 10 more days for your salary. She said, I don't want salary, then I'm going. Then I said, all right, you want the salary? No? Okay, I give you the salary. You better go. no, don't come back. Then told her to go. So she went. Now she's in the bus, I know she took the full salary and she's in the bus going home. And I went to do my meditation and this woman is coming into my mind. Then I told myself, what? This woman, she's in the bus. What are you worrying about her? What are you thinking of her? And, after I said that, I just forgot the woman entirely. She's in the bus, don't waste your time thinking about her. She's all right. So like that, you have to learn these arts. While you're practicing only, you get to learn it. If you don't practice, you don't get to learn it. Just listening is not enough. That's why I want you to record this. Because you have to again and again listen and learn the art, how to practice it. The practice is yours. So all of you must take copies of this. CDs tika hadala denda. They can buy some CDs and you can listen to it again and again or put it into the internet or put it into a booklet that will stay for a long time. Okay. Any more questions? So I'm teaching really the practical aspect, how to apply the Dhamma in daily living. So even if you know, now I was in the university, and the professors, they know backwards and forwards every page of the Dhamma, but they live like ordinary miserable people. Because they don't meditate, they can't apply it.
They don't practice.
Again.
They only know the Dhamma to teach.
They only know the Dhamma to teach. To pass exams is very good. But we don't want to pass exams, we want to go Maggapala. So what little you know is more than enough. Okay? But practice it. When there is a problem, you have to face it. Then face it in the way, the Dhamma way, and give them the fight and give them the win, and you just keep quiet. After some time, you will find there are no problems. That person also forgets and you also forget. You see that? It's a marvelous thing. I want you to do that. Any other questions?
When you, on the
I
path,
can.
on the path, you say GPRS when you're going and you don't...
Mata, you will have to interpret that. Mata, interpret.
මොකක් හරි වැරද්දක් කරනවා කියලා දන්නකොට and you know you consistently keep doing something wrong, say...
I can.
Talk slowly also.
You better interpret for me.
Okay.
Now, when you say, you spoke about the direction, the path, and if you are deviating from the path,
Yeah.
and you know that you're doing something wrong, for example,
Yeah.
Suramere,
That is. It's okay. Yeah, Surah, that is a good question.
how do you
Very,
protect yourself?
very good question. I'm asking. That's a good question. You know what? You have only janato passato. What is janato? Know it. Passato, see it. Know it and see it. Don't stop drinking. But you know you are doing the wrong thing. You know and you see. That's all you are not. You are not expected to give up drinking. Automatically you will give up. Giving up comes automatically. Son, that's a very good question he asked. Don't try to give up anything. Don't try to give up your wife. Don't try to give up your car. Don't try to give up your children. Don't try to give up your money. Don't try to give up anything. Janato passato. But know it. Now I am bad. Know it. And passato, see it. Know it and see it. Me okkoma kiyanne janato passato කියලා.
See, it can
Huh?
දකින්න කියන්නේ
See it means janato is to know it. I am doing the wrong thing. Passato is seeing the act itself. I am taking the glass, I am pouring the glass, I am drinking the glass. Then I know that janato, I can see it, I can feel it, I can taste it. All those things you have to know. Now I am taking liquor. Now I am seeing it. I know I am doing the wrong thing. That's all right, and drink it. After some time, little by little, your giving up will become automatic. Otherwise, you can't give up. Don't try to give up. Don't try to give up anything. Don't give up your money. Don't give up your friends. Don't give up anything. If you give up, actually, it is a loss. Don't give up your worldly things. But keep them. But no, this is tanha. This is tanha. This is dukkha. This is pain and suffering. This is my tanha. Because of my tanha, I want to drink this. But in the long run, I might become addict. In the long run, I might not be able to give it up. So go slow. That's the story you have to tell. Go slow. Don't enjoy it. Right? Don't enjoy it, but you say, I'm taking it, yes, a little. Next day you take less. Next day you take less. Otherwise you take more every day. Now you are taking less. Just to keep company. Okay? Then you yourself is having the discipline. Nobody can discipline you. You have to discipline your own mind. So even if you are taking half a glass, take quarter glass. Next day, I can do with less. Keep on only sipping, not drinking like that. After some, huh?
For everything, this janato, passato.
For everything it is janato passato. When, if you don't know it, if you don't realize it, then you take the whole stock and barrel because you don't know where to stop. Janato passato is a brake ගහන්න. නේද ડોක්ටර්? නේද? බ්‍රේක් ගහනකොට නේද? ටිකක් නවතිලා බලන්න what am I doing this? I will be addicted to this. I can't do without this. Maybe I will try a little less. Here I am satisfied with half. Huh? පොඩ්ඩ train කරන්න. Just to satisfy the other fellow I am drinking. My son-in-law also takes. I don't know whether I should tell.
Go on the internet. Maybe you should.
Then he's very safe with me. He has so many bottles there and I don't even know the taste, so I don't miss it. I said, what you don't know, you don't miss. So, after some time, your greed is the thing that is there. Your greed, that desire is so strong. So if you know it is my desire, it is my greed, then you will go slow, break ගහනවා එතකොට.
ඒකත් මාරේ.
Huh?
ඒත් මාරේ.
That greed is a Mara.
Defilement.
Mara the first class. Greed is the first class Mara. You like the taste of it?
දැනගත යුතු දේවල් සාකච්ඡා කළ යුතු දේවල්. මම හිතන්නේ විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අපි වගේ ඒක වැඩිහිටි පිරිසක් එක්කම වුණාම මම නිතරම කල්පනා කරන දෙයක් තමයි මේ ගිහි අපට මුතුන් වහන්සේ දේශනා කරපු ධර්මයක්.
ගිහියට එකකුයි පැවිද්දන්ට එකකුයි කියලා දෙකක් නැහැ. ඔක්කොටම එකම ධර්මයයි තියෙන්නේ. ගිහියටත් පුළුවන් සෝවාන් ආදී මාර්ගඵලවලට යන්න. පැවිද්දන්ටත් පුළුවන් සෝවාන් ආදී මාර්ගඵලවලට යන්න. ඒක හැම එකම තියෙන එකම ප්‍රැක්ටිස් එකයි. No, just because you wear the robe, don't think that we are free from
උපාසක මහත්මයෙක් ඇවිල්ලා උපාසකවරයෙක් උන්වහන්සේට දුන්නා මේ පණිවිඩයක්. ඒ කිව්වා ඔබ වහන්සේ නිවන් යන මාර්ගය ගැන කියලා දෙනවා.
ඔව්.
නමුත් අපිට මේ නිවන් යන මාර්ගය ඔබ වහන්සේ කියලා දෙන පිළිවෙලට පිළිපදින්න බොහොම අමාරුයි.
ඔව්.
අපි දරුවෝ මල්ලෝ හදන
ඔව්.
අපේ ගව හලක් මේ අපේ දේවල් වලට පාවිච්චි කරන අපි සේවිකයෝ අපි නලත්තු කරන මිනිස්සු. අපිට මේ දේවල් කර ඉන්න ගියොත් වහන්සේ කියන පිළිවෙලට අපේ වැඩ කටයුතු කොහොමද අපි කරගන්නේ? මේ අවස්ථාවේ මම කියුවේ ඒක සංගීත පුතයි කරන වගේ
හරි.
එතකොට බුදුන් වහන්සේ කිව්වා මේ කලබල වෙන්නද පොඩ්ඩක් වාඩි වෙන්න ඕන කියලා. ඒක වාඩි කරවලා ඊට පස්සේ කිව්වා ඔව්. දැන් ඒ විදිහට හැසිරෙන්න ඕනේ දැන් මේ පෞල් කාර්යය. අපි දැන් මම පිළිගන්නවා දැන් තමන්ගේ අමුදරුවන් පෝෂණය කරන්න මිල මුදල් අපයන්ද තමන්ගේ කෙත්වතු කරන්න හරකමාන බලා ගන්න මේවා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේ දේ පිළිගන්න කියලා පංචශීලය දුන්නාසේ.
පංචශීලය බාධිපුතා. Panchasila is for ordinary people. That is the kindergarten level.
Aren't we the people who are assembled today? Aren't we ordinary people?
No, you all are not ordinary people. That's why I am coming here. Ordinary people, you have tons of them. They are like pebbles. You all are like gems. I want you to do better than that. That's why I am coming here.
විග්‍රහ කරලා වැළුවෙන් දැන් ඔක විශේෂයෙන්ම උගන්වන දෙයක් අපට ධම්මචක්කපවත්තන සූත්‍රයේ තණ්හාව කියන එක අපිට නැති කරගන්න
එපා. තණ්හාව ඉබේම නැති වෙන එක. ඒකයි ඉබේම නැති වෙන එක. You can't die into the raw flesh. You can't. තණ්හාව නැති කරන්න ගියොත් තණ්හාව වැඩි වෙනවා. මේ ඕනට තත්විච්ච කාගෙන තණ්හාව නැති කරන්න යන්න එපා. තණ්හාව තියෙන බව දැනගන්න. ඥානතෝ පස්සතෝ ඒ ඇති. මට මේ ඩ්‍රින්ක් එක ගන්න තණ්හාව තියෙනවා. එච්චරයි දැනගන්න ඕනේ. මට මේ නරක වැඩේ කරන්න තණ්හාව තියෙනවා. මට මේ කෑම කන්න මට තණ්හාව තියෙනවා. දැනගෙන හරලා කණ්ඩායි. ඊට පස්සේ ටික තණ්හාව අඩු වෙලා යනවා. හරිද? No, you can't get rid of තණ්හා. ඒක automatically ඉවර වෙන්නේ රහත් වුණාම. එතකම්ම තණ්හාව තියෙනවා. What you can know is ජානතෝ පස්සතෝ. Know it and see. Enough. තව ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න හරි හොඳයි.
You have an appointment now?
Yes, I have to be there at 11:30. So lunch, no time for lunch, no. I'll take some small pack. Small pack. Or maybe you have pirikara also, no?
Yes.
All of it you can deposit in my house. Yes. And after you put me down at Asiri, අර බඩු ටික එහෙට ගෙනින් දාන්න.
තුනට ඇවිල්ලා pick up කරන්න. තුනට Bhikkuniව ගෙනියන්න.
ඇවිල්ලා pick up කරන්න. Or even at 3 o'clock if you bring in.
We'll do that.
Food
we'll pack and give you that.
Now?
If you wish, or you can have it here.
Oh, late.
Then we'll pack it for you.
I'll have another drink.
Yes.
The other.
Auntie's one. Yes.
දෙවියන්ට පින්දෙන් අර මේ පිරිකර ගෙනත් අපි දෙවියන්ට පින්දෙමු. ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු සම්මා සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනං ගෙන්. ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු සම්මා බුද්ධ දේශනං. ආකාසට්ටා ච බුම්මට්ටා දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු සම්මා සම්බුද්ධ ශාවකාති. ඉදං වූ ඥාතිනං හෝතු කියන් සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ. ඉදං වූ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදං හෝ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ නිදුක් වේවා නිරෝගී වේවා සුවපත් වේවා සිතූ පැතූ සබ සම්පත් ලැබේවා උතුම් නිවනින් සැනසේවා සාදු කියන්න